Okay, this is for the est201 extra credit video. So there are a lot of limitations to learning during COVID-19. I feel like a lot of people, especially people in the poor poverty families, don't have a very accessible internet source. I still know certain kids from our school mainly relies on the library computers as one of their main source of class devices, devices for going to class essentially. And to those families, computers are considered sort of a luxury product rather than a lot of middle class where we can actually afford one. Maybe not that good, but we can actually afford one. And with regards to online learning, there's a lot of new things such as you're going to need a camera along with your computer. A lot of times you're going to need a mic. Certain computers don't come with mic, laptops especially, and 90% of the time PCs do not have laptops. What I'm using right now is I have a studio mic on the side that I use occasionally, and I have a camera that's just a very basic $50 Logitech camera. It does the job, but it's not perfect. I think for the audio, the sound that you guys are hearing right now, it is fairly sufficient. I have never tuned my mic anything, so it's pretty much out of the box for the past 2 years I have used. And with regards to that, it's over the top just for class. A lot of the time, people can get the same effect with just a regular microphone from a headphone. And with the camera, I think it's good enough. It gets the job done basically. You can see yourself in the camera fairly clearly, especially when in class you are not full screen, so it's not as pixelated as it should be. With regards to learning with distance, one of the issues is how dedicated are the students. In my opinion, students are not as dedicated, especially me. I miss going to an actual class, even if not I'm not listening in the class. I miss going because I feel like I get more out of the class rather than just sitting at home and just going online. I'm not as focused, and I don't feel like I'm paying for an actual college education as an undergrad. The education I'm paying for is a lot less significant than the experience, in my opinion. Because you can get an education online with a lot of online universities available, and almost all those educations are the same, especially with undergrad and certain classes. They're about the same caliber, and there's always online classes available for certain classes. So I feel like we are missing out on a lot with the experience because as a college student, we do in-class activities. Certain times we talk to our professors actually face to face. The connections we make with our professors is one of the most important things because a lot of us would like to go to grad school nowadays, and a lot of times your professors don't see you in class. Maybe they don't require you to open the camera. Maybe your room is messy. Maybe you're messy. Maybe you're not cleaned up. You're not just ready to go to class like you usually are. And that causes an issue for a lot of students. They're not as focused, like I said before. They're not as into the class because when they're online, they can literally be going to other stuff without worrying that their professors will actually catch them because a lot of professors now do not make class attendance based. I can sleep through for a whole day and just watch Zoom for all my classes the day after. But the problem with that is I might not watch the Zoom after, and I'll be missing on a lot of material because there is no one to actually enforce me going to class. I understand college is a self-learning place, but there are certain things that we do that helps us learn, like maybe the professor actually pushes you a little bit. And with to that regard, I don't think online education should be continued because it's not a proper set of education in our opinion. It's not decent for the students, and a lot of my professors saying they do enjoy the physical class more because the, because of the interactions essentially.